The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this ball.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll be hit as he throws it. It's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Here's Penix. Now a screen going to be sent. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
That is brought in. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Penix. Now he takes off.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his 1st target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll go again with Robinson. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll run with Robinson. He is in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons. His 12th touchdown of the year. Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Milton. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He's looking for ACHANE coming out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun is Milton. That's taken in by ACHANE. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. To the air on 3rd down is Milton. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll go. Here's Milton. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. It's a pickup of 14. And the decision to go for it pays off. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie, here's ACHANE. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That's how you get yourself out of a 2nd and 20 hole. Big gain there. It'll leave them just shy of the 1st down. They'll try and run it here. It's ACHANE. And he's going to have a Buccaneers 1st down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Milton. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Slot receiver headed right. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Here's ACHANE. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6. One more time, it's ACHANE. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up. They'll look to throw for it with Milton. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
They're trying to answer that opening drive touchdown on the other side. So the offense stays out, and they go for it on 4th and goal. Here comes ACHANE in motion. On 4th down, here's Milton. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
This one's going nowhere. Going backwards. He'll be down at the 4-yard line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Another run here for Robinson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's a 3rd and 10. Plant. It's Penix. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now, fair catch taken, and they're going to have great starting field position just shy of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Now Milton. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Throwing on 2nd down is Milton. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down. Here's a give to ACHANE. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Once again, it's ACHANE. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. Here's Milton. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Play action. Now it's Milton. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on his...
That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the...
Oh, he pulls up the football. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with ACHANE. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
He's got his big tight end, Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
A return coming from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. A touchdown apiece here. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll throw. It's Penix. And this one is caught by Pierce. He's got room at the 30. And he will go all the way. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Atlanta. On is Koo for the point after. He's got it. And the Falcons take a 14-8 lead. The The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Milton. And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On 2nd down, here's, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. It's scooped up by the Falcons. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Milton. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So the hope is you're one conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
So on fourth down, on comes Michael Dixon to punt. Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. And this is going to be incomplete. So they let the punter try and throw for it. Not sure if he did that on his own. Either way, doesn't matter. They've turned it over on down. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And he's down at the 3. What a run.
If you have a shot to bring him down early, you just can't miss, Mike. Not against a runner like this. If he slips that first tackle, you can see how much more he can add to a run.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On second down, here's Penix. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position, but with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. From the gun on third down, here's Penix. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again.
Everybody on that sideline, when you find yourself in a goal-to-go situation, you're all thinking the same thing. You're getting 6. Well, next thing you know, you've given up 2 sacks on the previous 3 plays, and I think here on fourth down, I've lost all confidence in my protection, and I think you got to settle for the 3.
Whose kick is good. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
First and 10. To the air, it's Milton. To the tight end, Likely. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. A run up the middle with ACHANE. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up first and 10. To throw, it's Milton. He finds Likely, his tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
They'll toss it here to ACHANE. Back-to-back, gains of 10 yards, and back-to-back first downs.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
And he's going to take this all the way home. Devon ACHANE, touchdown Buccaneers.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
He'll take it at the 12. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Penix. To the left side in the hands of London. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make. I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a 1st.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike, but listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
Robinson, a 1st down, and more. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's good for 27 and a 1st down. We'll go play action now with Penix. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again, this time at their own 8-yard line.
And on a possession where the offense really had their way on the ground, they got to kind of go back to the drawing board and say, is it worth putting the ball in the air? Yes, we want to generate points. We want to push the ball downfield, but none of that matters if you're going to keep turning the ball over.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 1st down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
Here's Milton now on 1st and 10. That's taken in by ACHANE. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 2 1st downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Now, ACHANE. Working his way for a short pickup to the 48. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. On the play fake, it's Milton. But he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Still going. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Falcons. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his 2nd interception.
Now, how about this? It's a fake. This is caught. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Milton. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That one good for 26 yards. On the handoff, this is ACHANE. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Divine Diablo there to make the play. On play action, here's Milton. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. They'll fake the give, and now it's Milton. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down. On 3rd down, they'll go with ACHANE.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
They'll try it now with ACHANE. And he's going to have a Bucs 1st down. He gets more than he needs. 4 yards picked up on 4th and 2. Working free downfield. It is Williams. And he will get into the end zone. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Tampa.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch, but the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback, and then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills, and wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 10. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
On third down, Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Now the lefty Penix on first down. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Penix on third down. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Falcons going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. They'll go with the reverse. Whoa, good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Hilton now to throw on 1st and 10. That's caught. Trey Palmer. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So on 1st and 10, here's Milton. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Working out of the gun is Milton. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. They'll go. Here's Milton. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on fourth and long will end up in a turnover on down. Throwing now, Penix on first down. He's going to tuck it and go. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. The Buccaneers forced to use their third and final timeout. Kevin Stefanski going to turn to his field goal unit. This officially a 58-yard attempt. That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And their lead will stay right where it is. Throwing on first and 10 is Milton. He's going to dial up another deep ball. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Falcons are in the lead. And we get you across the state to Orlando. And check in with the coach. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. On first down, here's Milton. And that is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll run this one straight ahead with ACHANE. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. From the pistol, here's ACHANE. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
On fourth down, here's Milton. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. On 2nd down, ACHANE. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Try and throw with Milton. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
To the tight end, Likely. And he's into the end zone. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They'll return this from the 11. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, here is Penix. That one complete to Pierce. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the 1st half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean,
and he's in! Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And how about this? Here comes a reverse. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Williams in motion. Here's Milton now on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Will Hernandez out of UTEP. Guilty that time. From the gun, here's Milton. Quick throw, taken in. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some. On 2nd down, here's Milton. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's ACHANE. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. 2nd and a yard. To the air, it's Milton. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
It's a gain of 10 yards. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay. A run out of the gun with ACHANE. Space to run inside the 20. The speed on display. He's in. Ravon ACHANE. Touchdown Buccaneers. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Buccaneers are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Whoa. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On the give, it's Robinson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll go play action now with Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play. But those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Milton. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll run with ACHANE. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. To throw, it's Milton. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Milton. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Here's Chubb. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Tampa. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now a return coming from the 14. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. To the right, that's Pitts.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's Robinson. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They'll go again with Robinson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. That touchdown number 3 for him in the game, and number 14 for the year. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. So on 1st and 10, here's Milton. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from it.
He's got it! And he's going to take this one all the way. 84 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. Crazy. Inside the 10. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 75 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the 2nd half. Here's Coop for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Falcons go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Milton. And he's got Homer. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there as time has expired. The 3rd quarter has come to an end. They need one right now. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun is Milton. He finds Likely, his tight end. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. And here comes 4th down. They'll go. Here's Milton. And he's going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down. A They'll run up the middle with ACHANE. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
He'll fight forward for a short pickup to the 16. Second down and 8. They'll stay on the ground with ACHANE. And he will score. ACHANE. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Plant, it's Penix. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal. Now flags fly. Looked like someone got going early, and it's going to turn into 1st and 15. So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. Here's ACHANE. He's slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal. One more time, it's ACHANE. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he will score again. ACHANE. Touchdown Buccaneers. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the 2nd half. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll grab it at the 12. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. A return now from the 4. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is ACHANE. And some nice footwork as he spins forward for a yard. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he'll take this across the 30 to about the 32. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll try it now with ACHANE. First down and more to the 45. A gutsy call, but they pay it off. It's a gain of 17.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
1st and 10. Once again, it's ACHANE. And not a whole lot there as he'll get to midfield, and that's all. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the ground is ACHANE. The tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Hilton now to throw on 1st and 10. Oh,
so the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they had on super right handoff. It's going to ultimately just run the...
We'll step away for a moment. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now, ACHANE. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. ACHANE. Touchdown, Tampa. He is having a performance. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Buccaneers are going to extend their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. They'll start from the 22. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
I'm a big fan, Mike, of quarterbacks willing to take chances. I don't want my guys sitting there scared to throw the ball downfield. But as always, it does come with a little bit of balance. He tried to get that one all in one throw and just doesn't get quite enough pace on it, and it ends up going the other way.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Milton. It's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Now a give to ACHANE, heading right. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. When that first hit is...
Give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up.
Here's Chubb. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Once again, it's Chubb. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Here's a give to ACHANE. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance, provide hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. Throwing, Milton. Sending it downfield for Likely. That is caught. What a throw. Isaiah Likely. his third touchdown of the afternoon. Completely overtime.
Yeah, man, I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. 12. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. He's going to try it here again. That's hard. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws out.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into the...
Things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. On first down, here's Milton. This one complete to Palmer. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. 19, go. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he can't hang on through the cut. The ball was arriving, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
On second down, ACHANE. Goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. From the gun, here's Milton. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
On second down, here's Milton. He's got it at the 3. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And he cannot be stopped. He is into the end zone again. But players in the Super Bowl era with 6 touchdowns in a single game. McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bucs tack on one more to their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return coming from the 14. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Deep ball for London. That is brought in. Inside the 20. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 79 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. A run out of the gun with ACHANE. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Buccaneers first down. On the kick forward for... They'll run with ACHANE. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterbacks still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll run this one straight ahead with ACHANE. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a first and goal. It's a nice run there. It gets them down to the 6. Here's ACHANE. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. So it's another touchdown run, and this one puts his name in the NFL record book. He has set the new standard, most rushing touchdowns in a single game. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. Able to extend the lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second. And the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame. Now, deep ball for London. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked up by Malik Mustafa. And his offense is going to be all set up.
That should be the dramatic happening. I think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Run up the middle with ACHANE, and that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down. So a win here for the Buccaneers. They get the victory away from home in the division. This is so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Terrell on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa.